This is question 1 from the 2019 Leaving Certificate Chemistry Higher Level paper. This is a titration question. It's about determining the level of dissolved oxygen in a water sample. In this video, we'll look at the calculations involved in this titration. Okay, so you can read through this text in your own time. So part D, down here circled in green, is, like for the first part, it's show by calculation that the dissolved oxygen levels were a threat to fish survival in the water system by finding, part 1, the average number of moles of sodium thiosulfate used in the titration. Okay, so when you read through the question, you'll find that what we're talking about is this balanced equation up here. Okay, so we're if we gather together our our information, we're looking at, we want to get the molarity, we want the volume and the moles. Okay, so I'm going to gather up the useful information in this text for what I'll need in subsequent calculations. So we're looking at the thiosulfate ion versus iodine. Okay, so that's what we've got in this reaction. Iodine and the thiosulfate ion. I've just written them back to front, but that doesn't matter. Okay, so we can see instantly from this chemical equation that it's a 1. Whoops, a daisy. It's for iodine, it's 1 and to 2 mole ratio. Okay, so I can fill in my moles. Thiosulfate N equals 2, and number of moles of iodine N equals 1. Okay, so that's that part filled in. Volume, about volume, we've got 6 centimeters cubed of the solution, so that's the sodium thiosulfate, so I can put that information in, 6 centimeters cubed, and the volume of the iodine solution, that's the water sample, was 200 centimeters cubed. Okay, I can make that a little bit neater by making it into a table. Right, and molarity, well, we're not given molarity, but we're given this information. So we're not given the exact concentration, but we know the volume and we know the mass. So we want to get moles of that. So we can determine this value, the M value for thiosulfate ion, and we don't know the concentration of iodine. That's what we need to calculate. So first thing is to determine the number of moles of this substance in 3.1 grams, and then we can calculate moles per liter. So we need the relative molecular mass, MR of Na2S2O3.5 H2O. Okay, so we figure that out, and it's 248 grams. So each mole is 248 grams. So in 248 grams, we have 1 mole. I'm going to write that out. In 248 grams, that equals 1 mole. So how many moles are there in 1 gram? So we divide both sides by 248. On the left, I get 1. And on the right, I get 1 over 248. And that's the number of moles. And then how many moles in 3.1 grams? This is what I want to know. So multiply the fraction by 3.1. So 3.1 by 1 over 248, and that equals 0.0125 moles. Okay, and that 3.1 grams is in a liter, so I can say there's this number of moles in a liter, and so another way of expressing that is in molarity. Okay, so that's my value for the thiosulfate molarity. It's as we calculated 0.0125 molar. Okay, so now we're getting to actually answering the first part. Most of the legwork is before you answer the first part, but then the subsequent parts are the calculations are more straightforward. and involve fewer steps. So the average number of moles of sodium thiosulfate used in the titration. So we need to find out the number of moles of thiosulfate in 6 centimeters cubed. So we've got the molarity. So that means that in 1,000 centimeters cubed, remember moles or molarity is moles per liter. So in a liter, I've got this number of moles. So I've just put it in centimeters cubed there. Okay, so in 1 liter, I have this number of moles. So in 1 centimeter cubed, I have, so I'm dividing both sides by 1,000. 1,000 by 1,000 is 1. And then I divide this side by 1,000 as well. Number of moles. And then to get how many moles there are in 6 centimeters cubed, multiply 6 by that fraction. And that equals 0.12347 moles. Okay, that can also be written as 7.5 by 10 to the minus 5 using scientific notation. That's the number of moles. So good idea to, see, different color, box that. Just show that's your answer. Okay, and now I might clear a little space. Okay, so that's my answer to part 1. Part 2, the number of moles of oxygen that released the iodine detected in each titration. Okay, so I think further above we're given the ratio. Okay, that up here, I'll highlight it in yellow so you can see where I'm looking. 4 moles of the thiosulfate ion were required for every 1 mole of dissolved oxygen. Okay, so 1 to 4, or rather, sorry, 4 to 1 ratio. We've got the number of moles of the thiosulfate ion. So for part 2, I'm just going to divide this by 4, okay, because there's a 4 to 1 ratio of thiosulfate ion to oxygen. So I'm just going to divide this value by 4, and that'll give me the moles of oxygen formed. So divide that by 4, and I get 0.0001875 moles. Okay, and just to write in full so I know where I am, that's of oxygen in 200 centimeters cubed. Okay, and that can be written in scientific notation. Okay, so we're going to box off our answer there. Part 3. I want to calculate the concentration of dissolved oxygen in the water in moles per liter. Okay, so we've got it in moles per 200 centimeters cubed. So we need to make that up to a liter. Okay, so we're just going to multiply that by 5. So we've got a liter, okay, so, because that's in 200 centimeters cubed. 5 200s would bring us up to 1,000. So we multiply by 5, we get 0.00009375 moles per liter, okay, 1,000 centimeters cubed. Okay, and that's O2, and so in scientific notation that'd be 9.375 by 10 to the negative 5 moles per liter O2. And now what, I might just grab that. Part 4 is the concentration, calculate the concentration of dissolved oxygen in the water in ppm, okay? And ppm is the same as milligrams per liter. So we've got in moles per liter, so we want to convert moles to mass, and the relative molecular mass of oxygen is 32. So we're just going to multiply 9.375 by 10 to the negative 5 moles by 32 grams per mole. Okay, so the moles are going to cancel out and we'll be left with grams. We get 0.003 grams, and this is in a liter, so grams per liter. And we want it in milligrams per liter. Okay, so we're going to multiply that by 1,000. and so the decimal place hops 3 digits to the right. So you get 3 milligrams per litre, which is the same as 3 ppm of dissolved oxygen. Box off our answer there to part 4. To do box off our answer to part 3,